and welcome to a preview of our April Class in a Box and in-person class projects. My name's Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley. Thank you if you joined me earlier for my live crafting session. I thought I would do a separate video for our projects. It makes it easier for people to hone in on this video rather than have to watch all of the previous video. So if you have joined me live, thank you so much. The products that we're using for our April Class in a Box are from the Irresistible Blooms collection, and this consists of some stamps, some dies, some papers, and also some frosted dots. These are from our online exclusive products, so you won't find them in a catalogue. I would say that at this particular time the stamp set and the papers are in stock, but that the dies are currently waiting for more stock to arrive, as are the loose frosted dots. For the purposes of the class, I can do the main die cutting anyway, but these dies are particularly beautiful. So what you can do, hi Jill, thanks for coming back. What you can do is order the bundle. I will send you the stamp set with your class, and then I will order the dies as soon as they're available and ship them out to you at no additional cost. That's one of the things with the online exclusives, is they're more likely to go out and come back into stock. But papers and stamp set are no problems. Let me show you through the papers. So in your pack you will get 24 sheets of these papers. They're all double-sided, and I will just talk you through these. There is one sheet missing because I've used it already, but this is basically half a pack that you will get in your box, and then I'll show you the stamp set, the dies, and finally the cards. So there's assorted colours in here, including two returning colours. One is Lost Lagoon and the other one is Pretty Peacock, and you will have those colours in your packs. I have already got some Pretty Peacock cardstock. I just need to find it, and I have ordered some to replenish my stock. So the dies cut out these flowers, so it's a mixture of florals, and we've got the Pretty Peacock, we've got Flirty Flamingo, we've got Soft Sea Foam, and so a real nice mix. So these would make great men's and women's cards. So these are those lovely flowers again, and then you've got the reverse sides here, these little dotted lines, and I appreciate the colour's not ideal. It probably looks really wishy-washy for you. There's a bit of petal pink in there as well. The dots, and then we've got these lovely leaf patterns, and then a watercolour background, and then we've got this one which makes a great sky, and then more leaves. So there are dies that cut out the set of 3, the set of 2, and this little one as well, and that nice grid pattern. Grid pattern's great for men's cards again. Crisscross, and then you've got white leaves on that same background. Go. This is really pretty. It's almost like a sea scene, underwater scene. You could use it for that. There we go. This one, and then we're back to the start, which is that one there. Okay, so those are the papers. That's both sides of them. that I've shown you. So I've just turned alternate pages over, hopefully covered all of those. And then the stamps have these two lovely flowers. If you search my YouTube for Irresistible Blooms, you'll see some more samples with this. Really lovely to stamp with. You can stamp as is, or you can stamp and colour in. And then you've got 5 sentiments. I do like the thank you, hello, hooray, it's your day. Couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. Some really useful dots, tiny little leaves, and then slightly more strange, I like you. Say no more. And then with the dies, we have the dies that cut out the flowers that you can see. There's some extra leaves here and here, and then these cut out the set of 3, the set of 2 and the tiny ones. And then you have this lovely circular die and this strip here. So I'm going to show you the cards, and you will get the die cuts using those. Let me tuck that away and show you the cards. So there's 5 card designs, and your pack will have sufficient for 2 of each design and loads left over. So we've got a shaker card. Had to be done really, didn't it? So I'm sorry if that's really glaring. But this is a piece of gold card, and this will come to you ready cut like that. And then I've just put some backing paper on, and I filled it with those loose frosted dots. Now I have got plenty of other embellishments that I can order that will work, lots of sequins that will work in a shaker card, and by using the gold you can put anything really behind it. So if they don't come back into stock, I will have some alternatives. Hi Kat, how are you? Thanks for joining us. So there's our first card. This is a square card, and this will come with a coordinating envelope as well, or 2. Then we've got this one. So this uses that other die cut, and all of the papers are interchangeable. So if you want to go for all of the blues, you can do, or you could use all of the pinks and corals, or you could do a combination. So this one just uses that laid down onto the layer here. I've got a soft seafoam card, and then you'll get the die cut. It's not die cut, it's a punched oval, I beg your pardon, and then some gold twine to go behind it. I hope you can see that okay. It's not always good showing it in the evening because of all the lights. So that's our second card. This is our third one. So again, this is using that die cut with a piece of white card. And then these have been cut from the papers, and you'll get the die cut leaves as part of that. Now obviously I have stamped the front of this. I've added the dots and the thank you. So all you need to make the class is some adhesive of your choice, a trimmer in order to, you know, cut your card and score it, and then sentiments of your choice and an ink pad to match. Okay, so that's card number 3. We've then got quite a traditional Z fold card, and I've gone for the green and the yellow in this, and these are stamped and cut out, but you could cut out from the papers, and I've just attached some papers on the inside. And then this panel you can either have right at the bottom. I like to have it a little bit up from the bottom, and all of these cards, apart from this one, will fit a standard C6 envelope. Okay, so they all fold up to fit. This one will have its own envelope, but would obviously fit in a C6. And I've stamped on there, hooray, it's your day, like so. That's card number 4. Running out of space here. There we go. And then our final card, this is another new fancy fold design. It comes originally from Rachel Tessman in the United States, and again, this folds down to a standard size card. So it's actually made from a standard card, and it's just a case of a little bit of cutting and scoring, but it's just a really nice, interesting panel. So I've done that one with that lovely peacock paper, but I also have done one with the coral papers. And it's up to you how much of this you decorate. So you can decorate the panels, you can decorate the sides, both of those sides, you can decorate the backs as well if you want to, or you can leave the back and put a panel on for writing your sentiment. And although these pop over the edges, it still folds flat for your card. Just go that way, maybe, like so. And you can fold these either way when you put it in the envelope if you wish. So you can have one going one way, one going another way, and then you just literally open it up. And what's nice about this is it stands really nicely, a bit like our flying seagull one. Not quite as complicated, a little bit of cutting and scoring, but very, very effective, I think. So there's that one there as well. And that's it. Those are our 5 cards for our April class in a box. And you can take that in 3 different ways. You can, if you're based in the UK, you can order the class in a box and have it delivered to you, and that will include all of the products. So the cards, the die cuts, as you can see here, to each of all of those, and the twine, the gold card, the card bases and envelopes, and white card as well. It doesn't include the stamped images or the sentiments, but you can stamp your own sentiments, or you can buy the stamp set as part of the class and all the dies. If you miss the beginning bit, the dies are currently not available, but they will come back into stock. So you can place an order for the stamps and the dies at a discount, and I'll send the dies out. And it also includes 24 sheets of the paper. So if you're in the UK, you can order that class in a box. It comes with a video tutorial for each of the cards, plus an optional online class that you can take, and a dimensions file that have all the dimensions of the projects. And that cost is £24. You can take that in person, and that is £27. So you get all of that, plus you get me. And we run that in our local village hall in Evenley, just outside of Brackley. And that's run on the last Tuesday of the month. And then finally, if you're not in the UK, or maybe you already have some of these items, maybe you've already bought the stamp set, you can buy the online version for £10, and that gives you access to all of the videos, unlimited access, and also access to the dimensions file, and if you wish, you can join the online class as well. So those are your 3 options. If any of those are of interest to you, make sure you pop a comment in either here on the Facebook or on YouTube. I'm sending out the email this evening. That is, let me see, Tuesday the 11th of April. So if you're on my email list, you'll get that as a matter of course. And that's it. So 5 projects. That one is the same card in different colours. Obviously you can mix and match the colourways entirely, or you could use your own sets of papers if you prefer. Entirely up to you. So thank you so much for joining me if you've joined me live. If you're watching on replay and have any questions or comments, just pop them in the comment section. I do monitor those. I don't catch all of them from Facebook because it doesn't always tell me when there's a new comment. Sometimes it can be difficult to find. But YouTube, you're normally good. I can catch the comments up from there. Booking opens for this class today and will close. I will probably have to close it on Friday because of getting the product shipped out to me and then back out to you in time. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you're able to join me for some of the class at some point. And in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon or evening, depending on when you're watching and from where you're watching. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.